ship had more people on it than the town that I lived in. It was very exciting. That was the big thing. The smells of the ship, the hustling of all the people, the passengers, the sounding of the horn, the tugboats, everything was so exciting that it's hard to relate back, especially just out of my teens. The memories are still very fresh. And I had the swimming pool elevator, which was a nondescript job. It only went to 4 decks from the first class down to the swimming pool. It was a very good starting job because there was no pressure involved. And almost everyone wanted to see the pool, if they didn't go for a swim. So all day long, some of the most notable people in the world were in my elevator, and have a chance to speak with them. And some of them had their children with them, so that they would come down every day. Burt Lancaster was one, and he asked me to look after his boys so they didn't get into any trouble. Marlon Brando, just about everybody that was a contributor in the world in the 50s traveled on our ship. And in my last 2 years I was photographer, so I had a chance to really mingle more with the passengers. I saw someone in the first class lounge one morning when I was taking photographs, and he was sitting all by himself, and he was reading the ship's newspaper, the Ocean News. And I stopped and talked to him, asked him if I could take his photograph and if he was enjoying the cruise. And I asked him where he was from, and he said Monaco. And I said, Monaco. And then I looked at more closely, and it was Prince Rainier. He was on his way to Philadelphia to visit, to woo his wife, Grace Kelly. The ship means a part of my life, as if you were graduating from high school or college, or maybe where you were married. I mean, these memories, are embedded in you. But 4 years is a long time, and so the ship means a great deal. Not only personally, but because she was such a remarkable engineering feat. I hadn't seen the ship for 30 years after I left, and I was curious, and I wanted to see her. I wanted to go on board again. I wanted to see where I had lived, and where I had eaten, and where I had talked to Prince Rainier or Marlon Brando. And I wanted to go back, and I wanted to see these places. And when I heard that the ship was in trouble and that they may scrap her, I met Susan Gibbs, and she asked me if I would be a member of the board. I wanted to do that. I wanted to see her. I want to see her saved. I don't want to see her scrapped. That would be the worst thing for me. It would be like losing a close relative. So many memories with that ship, and I'm not the only one. I mean, there are crew members on board this tour today. There are 30 of us that feel the same way. She was incredible. Just the food was the best in the world, even for the crew. I mean, everybody's room was air conditioned, and as I said, she was never late. I mean, we were in and we were out, and the people that traveled with us, passengers, even today when we have an opportunity to speak with people that made one trip, it was one of the highlights of their lives. And the children, especially. The children aren't children anymore. They're adults. And they have some of the best memories and the best stories about being on that ship. Everybody that was connected wants to see her saved.